my counselor has said, like, you can take medicine for that, of course, which we have opted to try, but long term, she's like, your diet and your environment and all of that plays a part into it. And so we're trying to see what could we do as holistic as possible, because I don't really want medicine to be a lifelong necessity. But I also know that some people, such as myself, you have to kind of decide that of the two evils, be a really distracted mother who gets nothing accomplished because you just can't finish anything and your family suffers for it, or take a little bit of medicine. And so I feel like sometimes you just have to balance which one's worse right now. And so, but anyway, it encourages that. So we're going to try the vegetarian route in January and see if we could ease into vegan, because vegan is a lot more difficult. But once, I have a friend who has done it, and she said once it becomes a way of life, she's like, you don't even think twice about it. She said, but it is a major change if you're willing to do it. But her husband's father died of a heart attack at 50, and he just didn't want the same for his life. And I guess after 2 weeks of being vegan, he had all his numbers checked and went back in 2 weeks of being vegan, and his numbers were, I don't know all the terms, but they were drastically different. Like his this and his that and his that. And I was like, really? And he goes, I can't deny that. He said, I went in and the doctor was like, what are you doing? Because your numbers are totally different than they were a few weeks ago. He said, and I was like, I've cut out every animal byproduct. And he's like, no meat, no cheese, no butter. And he's like, no, we've used just healthy alternatives to that. And he's like, whoa. So anyway, you should watch it. It's definitely interesting. But we're trying it. So we're not going to be one of those like, everybody should be vegan.
Not yet.
We're just going to try it and see what it does. And
I don't know, when we talk a year from now, you might be, everybody's got to be vegan.
I might be like, listen, my husband doesn't have diabetes anymore. I don't have ADD. It's amazing. Everybody should do it. But we'll see.
Well, I mean, I think